What's going on, guys? As always, this is Shawn, Randleman. Better known as the Solution Guru, guys. I'm having a little fun today. But today, what we're doing is the Ask the Guru. I was supposed to start at like 2 o'clock on the dot, but I got a little busy and it's okay. But today we're going to, on the Ask the Guru, all of the questions that we have are orientated towards LinkedIn. Now, so this is pretty interesting. So all the questions that I'm going to be answering in the next 15 minutes are questions that have been posed to me by the audience, by people like yourself. These are questions that you guys have sent out to me. And today we're going to be talking about a subject that's all wrapped around LinkedIn. Okay, so prepare yourself. You take a little notes on this. Please note, I'm going to be doing these Ask the Gurus every Wednesday at 2 o'clock. I'm going to start doing them soon with the live audience, like from the Empire State Building, like from different monuments and different places all across the city of New York and different restaurants. And I'm going to have it set that you guys can actually pay for a ticket to actually come and be with me on set and like be my audience in the background and have like a lot of fun with me. So it's gonna be like crazy. We're gonna be at Chipperani's, we're gonna do all types of stuff. So I'm gonna have those tickets and everything post, but I'm gonna do that every Wednesday at like 2 o'clock. And then after this 15-minute session, you'll be able to like hang out with me, ask me questions or whatever when we're in New York. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. So like I said, guys, this is all about LinkedIn, so let's talk about it. Number one, you know, a lot of times we jump onto these networks such as LinkedIn, and we want to use this to maximize our business because we only have 15 minutes to do this. So I want to be decisive, and I want to make sure I give you guys some good information. So number one, you need to know who's behind LinkedIn. When it comes down to LinkedIn, we have Jeff Weiner. He's actually the guy that's from Yahoo. He was like previously like a CEO of Yahoo, and he's the guy that's behind it. You have Red Huffman. He's one of the guys that's actually behind it. And you need to know who these people are. You guys are entrepreneurs, and a lot of you guys who use these platforms, the people who listen to me, a lot of you guys are entrepreneurs, so you need to know who the other entrepreneurs is on platforms and systems that you use. Like everybody knows Mark from Facebook because Mark is just big like it is, but everybody don't know the other people that rely on bigger systems that can really help you out. And LinkedIn is one of those targeted markets. So like basically what is LinkedIn? You know, we all think we know it. Oh, it's another social network just like Facebook or something like that. But no, LinkedIn basically is a business orientated social service. It actually is the #1 top actual professional networking service in the entire world. So when I mean #1, like it is #1. It has 400 million users, 400 million professionals, 400 million potential people that you can do business with in over 200 countries and terrains worldwide. So it is an amazing company. Now what makes it more amazing is that literally you're getting a little bit of the street noise in the background, and you're going to have that from time to time because we do these videos live, and I could be anywhere in New York at any time. You know, one of the things is, you know, LinkedIn was founded in December 14th, 2002. It launched on May 5th, 2003. You know, it has like 65.6 million monthly unique visitors from the US all the time. And this, you know, sheer power of traffic can be on your website. I know because lately I've been posting quite a bit of stuff in LinkedIn, and I've been getting more of a feedback from my LinkedIn people and actually converting business over with LinkedIn that I have with any other social network. And I've been teaching people that even own restaurants, and people that own clothing stores, and people who own fashion companies like my girlfriend. It's like I've been teaching them how to reach out, how to connect, and how to use LinkedIn to actually develop and help their business go to the next level. Now, one of the craziest things about LinkedIn, if any of you guys have been my friend for a long time, you will remember back in 2011 in May, about 2 days before, I got a post here on Facebook, and you can go look it up. It was May actually 17th of 2011. And I had posted on Facebook that everybody needed to buy LinkedIn, and the shares were going to be at $42 a share. Right now, this morning, when I checked, and everybody who listened to me, and I do have a few viewers on here that actually were the people that listen, you would know that those shares are at $136 a share right now, and your money would have been 3 times the amount if you had listened to me. I give guys wise advice, wise, especially when it comes to stock market. So when you're even looking at this from an economical level, LinkedIn itself and these social networks, you gotta learn how to invest in these social networks too, especially if you use them all the time. So that's one of the things that I do. Personally, me and also April, both, we invest in social media networks that we use all the time. They should not be the only ones making the money, guys. You gotta always have your plan A's, plan B's, and your plan C's. Now, let's keep on going about LinkedIn. Let's learn some more stuff. Now, coolest thing about LinkedIn as of right now, January 2016, that company has 9,200 employees. So all my small businesses out there, we want to get to that level. Like, how do you network? How do you build to that level? And in total right now, since January 2011, they got $103 million worth of investments. So that's a lot of sheer power of investment. So how do we take LinkedIn? We've been talking for 5 minutes about the history of the company. We've been talking about a little different things. How do we take it and how do we utilize it for our business? Now, I want to go over 6 unique things on LinkedIn. I want to talk about profiles. I want to talk about network building. I want to talk about groups. I want to talk about LinkedIn lead generation. I want to also talk about using LinkedIn applications and also getting connected. So I want to talk about all of these things, all right? And I'm going to try to do this all in 10 minutes, so bear with me. Here we go, all right? So the number one biggest thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you set up and complete 100% complete your LinkedIn profile. You need to update it with a very good profile picture. I highly suggest that you get that profile picture professionally taken in a solid black or white background. Or it be a picture catching you from a professional, but catching you in the essence of what you do in your profession. All of those type of pictures right there are great pictures to help you out with your LinkedIn. And you got to almost look at this as a first impression picture, because this is like your resume that you're pushing out there. Okay, so that profile picture is extremely important to be the right way. Use a real picture. It kills me when I meet people that use logos and stuff like that on their pictures, on their profile. We're in a new social world, and you have to, you literally have to be the face of your company. You have to be the face of what you're doing. People want to know who you are. So it's very, 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 very important that you use a real picture, okay? The second thing is you need to get recommendations. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, I'm a little bad at this. My team and the people that work with me, they have like 10, 20, 30 recommendations. I've got to get better at this. I'm teaching this class because y'all got to hold me accountable for this summer. I can get, it's about getting recommendations. The recommendations is to ask your friends, your colleagues, your partners, your clients to speak about your experience and add the credibility of your industry. Your goal should be to at least to get 5. My suggestion is to get 20. 20 recommendations are great, okay? Now, you can pan this out over time, but my suggestion is for you to get 20 recommendations every year, okay? So there's about 5 recommendations per quarter. That keeps it up to date and fresh, and it allows people who see your LinkedIn profile to know that you're actually doing some real work. You got some real things going on with you. So that's very, very important. So you want them to recommend the job or the company or the school or whatever that it is that they've done for you. And you want to send messages out to your friends and your family through the LinkedIn network, because you can connect your connections and say, hey, friend, buddy, I want you to write me a recommendation, and I'm going to write a recommendation on you. Recommendations are very, 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 very key. The second thing is whatever you do as a business. Now, y'all know I'm a very, very big promoter on legal businesses. I mean, you got to be an LLC, you got to be a corporation. Don't hanky-pank yourself. Don't be running around here as a sole proprietor with no protection. Even when you get your LLC, even when you get your incorporation, don't forget to get your general liability insurance and all that other good stuff like that. Don't forget these things. These are very important, okay? But on LinkedIn, it's good to actually create a company profile, okay? So what you want to do is you want to create a company profile. In that company profile, you want to list up to 3 websites that you have, your blog, other social media network that you're using the most of, and then you want to actually have a link to your website. You also want to have general material like a cover banner and different things like that. And we can talk about that a little later, but you want to do that. Now, on the LinkedIn company page, you don't want to be promoting other people's content. You want to actually kind of use it as a press release thing when you have new products, when you have new services that are coming out, when there's something new and great that's going on with your company, because this is professional. You use your Facebook fan page to do a lot of that content driven and different things like that. That's one of my highest suggestions when I work with my clients on the strategy of social media. Okay, guys? Now, to optimize your LinkedIn profile, any of your profiles, make sure that you do the customized public URL. So, name it after yourself on the personal profile, and then make sure that on the company profile, you're using your whole company's name so it can be search relevant. And also make sure that you talk to your web designer, or if you're designing your own website, that you have those links connected back to your web page, because you want everything to kind of tie all in together. Okay, guys? You also want to add, custom anchor text. So that means like as you're kind of like writing your profiles and different things like that, talk about different things that people can search you on, you know, different keywords that people would search you on that is relevant to your industry. That's very, very important when it comes to search relevance and helping you build your network. Now, the second thing that I told you I wanted to talk to you about. Now, you guys know I talk like a New York minute, so we're moving pretty fast here. We got 5 minutes. It's about building a network. Now, building a network is not about relationships. You know what's so funny? When you look at Facebook, the majority of the people that you connect with here on Facebook, we've built a relationship somehow. You might know me from school, college. We came across each other somehow, some way. You might be a friend of one of my friends. I don't know. But when you're on LinkedIn, it's about building connections. This is about getting to know a person. This is about, you know, getting to know a person on how you work, how to get business done, really getting to know this person because you guys are making money with each other or you guys are taking each other to the next level. So you have to have some similar interests. You have to work similar in a certain industry that you depend on each other on. It has to be established and designed in this manner in order for you to gain access to a network that's going to be beneficial to you. So the first thing is you're going to start with people that you know, but you're going to reach out to the friends and the family and stuff that's related to the business that you're working on. You know, one of the biggest problems a lot of people do, they reach out and connect with people that just have money. Don't do that. You reach out and connect with people who are related, that might need to use your product or service, or a person who would be willing to work with you on the development of your product or your service. So that's what you want to do. You want to find people by their company. I think that's one of the coolest things about LinkedIn. If they have a particular company, and that's the coolest thing about LinkedIn, LinkedIn is all about company profiles and then having the resumes or basically the profile or the resumes of each one of the employees that work there up under that company's profile. So you want to look at people from their company profile. And as you expand and build your business and your team, you want your team members to make sure that they on LinkedIn are connected to your company profile too. The next thing you need to do is you need to start asking and you need to start answering questions on LinkedIn. Now, this is important. Most people don't do this. You have to interact and you have to connect through leadership. You have to be a leader. So if you connect through leadership, you're going to establish yourself as a leader within your industry, and more people are going to be viewing you and watching you, and more people are going to be going to you when it comes to the lead person for information. So this is something that you want to do. The next thing with LinkedIn that a lot of people sleep in, all of y'all love to come to Facebook, because Facebook got all the gossip and, everything that's going on, everybody's business is all out here. But in LinkedIn, it's more of a professional setting, so most people don't like to go there because you got to read news and there's real world stuff that's going on. But if you want to make money and you want to have an extraordinary lifestyle, you need to grow up. So you need to update your status often on the LinkedIn network and make sure that it is relevant to exactly what it is that you do, and promote what it is that you do, and give great content of what it is that you do. Please, by all means, connect your Twitter account with your LinkedIn account. Very important. If you're not on Twitter, I don't know what's wrong. I don't care what age you is. I have a client that's 98 years old who has Twitter. So you guys need to be on Twitter. It's a communication piece. It's a tool. You just got to use it, okay? And you got to learn how to use it for the best benefit of you. Even if you just got Twitter, just to have it connected to LinkedIn, and every time that you're posting on LinkedIn is going to Twitter, it's just going to build your group. Then the third thing is you need to get yourself, okay, we're down to about 2 minutes, guys. You need to get yourself involved in a group. Groups will give you great opportunity to reach and to engage with potential customers online, no matter what industry that you're in. So you need to connect with people through groups. You need to find groups that you are looking for potential clients in, and also mentors. Now, I have a lot of people, when I tell them to do this and build groups, even my own clients, the first thing they do is get into groups that's in their industry. But what you don't realize is when you get into groups with your industry, all you're doing is really you're kind of expanding your knowledge base, and that's cool. But that should only be about 20% of the groups that you're involved in on LinkedIn. The other 80% should be groups that need your services. Because you can learn, you can post your services in there, you can give them feedback, you give them content, and that's going to make you relevant. So those are the things that you have to look at on that particular end. You have to learn how to actually put groups together. One of my tips on, even starting the group, because I tell people to start groups, and you should start a group around your industry, is make sure that the name is key towards what you're doing. The group goes along with your industry and your knowledge. You make sure that it has a logo, that fits, and also make sure that it has a customized web page to go along with that group, or a splash page on your website that goes along with that group, so that group can actually leave out on LinkedIn and come to your website. So it's really, really cool about groups. I love groups, and it's very important that you use groups. You become a member of groups, and mine is becoming a member of the groups. You make sure that you start a group around your industry, and you put relative information there, and then have other people that you respect within your industry put relative information there too. Getting a little tongue-tied here. All right, guys? So make sure you get in the directory. Make sure that you at least, my suggestion to you is to at least get 20 groups to become involved in. That is going to help you build your marketing. And then at least get about 5 groups that's going to help you mentor or help you take yourself to the next level. Okay? Now, when you create your own groups, make sure that you invite your coworkers, any past colleagues, any customers to join. Make sure you promote it across your website, your blog, your email, your newsletter, all your social media networks. That's very, very important, because cross-marketing is where it's at. And then make sure that you even promote what you have on your group with the groups that you belong to. So that's how you get members from other groups to narrow down on where you're at. Another thing with the groups, make sure that you do discussions, have relevant news, and every time there's a job posting within your industry or a project that you're working on that maybe you need some help on, post it on the job side of it, because you never know who might come out and help you. And that's the power of LinkedIn. So, guys, with that being said, we're at like 16 minutes. It's a whole bunch of other stuff I could talk to you guys about. Sending announcements, importing, RSS feeds, you name it. And I want to talk to you guys about it, but we're going to do this in another session. So, this is all for this week. This is a 15-minute session. No, you can pose your questions to me at BizLifeGuru, that's BizLifeGuru, at, Twitter. And all you got to do is put pound, ask a guru, put your question, and whatever your question is about LinkedIn, the next time that we do part 2 of this, which will be about 3 weeks from now, I will actually answer your questions as I'm going along with what I'm teaching about LinkedIn and how to maximize that for your business and what you're trying to do, okay? So, next week, guys, we're going to be talking about protecting yourself, sole limited corporation. So we'll be talking about legal stuff next week, and I'll be talking about that for about 15 minutes. We'll be talking about the legal. So I love all of you guys. Thank you for viewing in. Thank you for all of your support. I look forward to talking to you guys next week. And then also, don't forget, we got From Experience. Check that out on my blog. We got the new ShawnRandleman.com that just launched. Check that out. We got Today's Focus launching this week. A lot of things going on, so stay tuned. Love you guys. Take care. Anything you need, you know who to call. Solution Guru. I'm out.